Greetings, YouTube. Today's tale of political chicanery comes to us from Canton, Ohio, where the owner of a McDonald's restaurant franchise included a pamphlet with his employees' paycheck, extolling them the virtues of voting Republican, telling them if they didn't vote Republican, that they would not be seeing any raises in the future, because a Democratic candidate, of course, would create an environment where these raises would not be possible. Now, first off, that's a violation of Ohio state law, because it's considered influence, because an employer has control of your income and is considered to have an undue influence over you and any kind of political decisions you make when they say, I would really like if you'd vote for the candidate that I endorse. You know, and that kind of makes sense. But on a much larger scale, voting for a political party that opposes employee rights, raising the minimum wage, universal health care, regulating any form of business on the entire continent may not be in the best interest of the employees of McDonald's. Even if I'm sure that they're probably still making more than minimum wage, because even McDonald's pays more than that where I live. But this kind of political influence, and that's exactly what this is, influence, isn't just illegal, it's immoral. It's undermining the very nature of the electoral system that we have in the United States. The system that people have fought and died for. And that appalls me. It should appall every American. This should be considered an anti-democracy, anti-American attitude. Quite frankly, it should be considered treason. You are undermining the very nature of democracy. You are attempting to influence people under your direct control about how they should vote. There is no good spin on that. There is no way to couch that in terms that's going to be anything other than absolute and utter asshattery. On a side note, I will be very happy when all of these political ads go away next Tuesday. There will be a brief respite before we begin the next round of election rhetoric, ramping up for the 2012 election cycle. I'm hoping maybe I can get a year, maybe, if I'm lucky, maybe 6 months, where I don't have to listen to something on TV or the radio or see it in newspapers or my mailbox or on bumper stickers or on billboards or on signs on people's lawns. It's everywhere. When I'm watching the news now, and I watch the news every day, I've taken to keeping the remote control right at hand. So every time the commercials come on, I just hit mute, because I don't want to listen to the political ads from anybody. Not the candidates I support, not the candidates I oppose. None of them. I'm tired of their half-truths and their outright lies. I'm tired of their bickering and moaning and whining, of their pointing fingers at each other and exaggerating or downplaying whatever current fact that's on the cycle to be downplayed or over-exaggerated. I'm just sick of it. And I'm sick of people trying to influence the votes of others through fear, through intimidation, through every underhanded means that they can conceive of. This is not America. This is not what we stand for. Your vote is sacrosanct. Your vote is your voice. There was a time when I didn't vote because, frankly, I was disgusted with the entire process. And to be completely honest, there are times I am completely disgusted with the process now. But my vote is my voice. And if I don't vote, I am silent. And while I may be talking to a camera every day, let's face it, I'm not influencing anyone. But with my vote, I can have an impact. Even if it's a very incremental one. Maybe if it's just a single raindrop upon a mountain. You get enough raindrops, and you can wear the mountain away. And that's my goal, to change the system by voting for people who may just be incrementally better than the person they're running against. Because that incremental difference matters over time. I don't think we'd be in as good a shape as we are now if McCain and Palin had won in 2008. Actually, I know we wouldn't. We wouldn't have gone through a recession. We would have gone into a full-blown depression. And the conservatives would still have found a way to blame the Democrats and the liberal progressives. But this particular case, coming out of Canton, Ohio, is particularly egregious. It's just amazing what some people not only will do, but think they can get away with. And this man is not going to receive the due punishment he deserves. He apologized, of course. But it's one of those classic, I'm sorry that, I got caught at this. It was very inappropriate. But he's not nearly sincerely apologetic. He's not really taking responsibility. He never will. I'm sure the McDonald's Corporation will never really fine him or restrict his business or get rid of him, because that would be bad for business. And what's bad for business is just going to be swept under the rug. And that's what I'm tired about. I'm tired of the conservative relationships they have with the business community. I'm tired of people putting profits before their fellow citizens. And yeah, I'm tired of the ads. And I'm probably going to do another video about politics before the elections on Tuesday. Get out there and vote, folks. There are people in the world who would literally die to get the right to vote. Don't waste it. I have relatives that served in the military to protect our rights. I have a great uncle who gave his life in World War II protecting our rights. My father has crippled feet from protecting our rights. Get out there, folks. Good, bad, moral, immoral. You call your opponent whatever you want. But vote for someone that you support. Vote against someone you hate. Endorse a candidate that has no chance of winning. But use your vote. Don't waste it. Don't remain silent. Because if you remain silent and no one hears your voice because you've decided not to say anything, don't be shocked if they just ignore you.